Coming up like a flower. Coming up. Yeah, yay. Today's podcast is sponsored by Paul McCartney.
Check out Paul McCartney, Welcome to Egypt Station.
Hey, Paul McCartney put out a new album this week.
He did. Yeah.
I actually listened to it.
Yeah.
I listened to the first 3 tracks, which were available on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Weird that, like, one of the songs was like a 2018 pop song.
Oh, yeah.
And it's fucking surreal because it's like what's on the radio right now.
Yeah.
But you're listening to it just being like, yeah, it's like a 2018 pop song. And then it hits you like, this is the guy that wrote Yesterday. This is the guy that wrote I Want to Hold Your Hand.
This is a guy who is like 77.
Yeah, and it's just like a 2018 pop song.
Yeah.
Like,
it's produced by the guy who used to be in Bird and the Bee. And he wrote a bunch of he did a bunch of shit for Adele.
Yeah, he wrote Hello.
He wrote Hello.
That's why it's so contemporary.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was actually one song, God, and I only heard it once, and I wish I could remember the name
I've heard
of it.
this album a billion times,
Hey,
so I can tell
There's
you.
one song that fucking shreds. There's one song that is like really kind of quirky and interesting musically.
Was it Back in Brazil?
Yeah, it might have been. It has kind of like the chanting to it and like the breakdown. Yes!
Yeah.
I love that song!
Yeah, that song rules. That's my favorite song on there.
Rules. Okay, cool.
That's my favorite song, and then there's one called Despite Repeated Warnings.
Yeah.
And
I haven't heard that one.
It's about Paul, that song, listen, it's an epic.
Really?
Oh. And why it's
got stuff
about
to say.
he talked about it. It's about he's hit his limit with all the people fighting the environmental stuff.
Oh shit.
And so he's like, look.
Fuck.
He said, look, what and so the song gets like, it's slow, it's despite repeated, and it's about the captain, isn't listening to the crew, whatever. And then it gets like, duh. How do we do it? Lock him up and throw away the key.
Really? Lock him up and throw away the key?
It really is.
Dude,
Gold stance.
You know who that's about.
Well, he in the song, he's just talking about the captain of the ship. Who is that? You don't know. He doesn't say.
He doesn't say. You have to guess.
It could be about the Titanic. Why are you heading towards the iceberg?
All you flat Earth people out there, you just pissed off a beetle.
Oh, I heard someone said the Earth is flat. What we gonna do?
I said to you, get the fuck out of here.
He said that on Howard Stern.
If people got, like, when you're in the public eye, people are going to get mad at you. So politicians have people mad at them. No matter what side of the aisle they're on, someone's going to be mad at you. But, go ahead. Not who?
John McCain.
Okay, there was the one.
If you said, if you had any beef with him, you're an
you got me.
Got ya.
But, I feel like, wouldn't it be a bummer if you're, in politics and then, like, Paul McCartney hates you? It's like,
yeah, I'd be like, fuck,
damn
I got your playlist.
I must have fucked up if Paul McCartney doesn't like me. That means that's on me and not him. That's what I would assume.
I would find a way to be okay with it. I would think something like, God still loves me. And then I weigh them. God, Paul McCartney. I got the winner back
there.
You
go.
Well, but here's the thing. Only one of those is real.
Oh, please. That's
okay.
That was
all
fucked
right.
up.
Well, I
Because
guess
Paul McCartney died a long time ago. Theme song.
Fuck that.
I'm a lonely horseman, got my pistol. I'm just trying to be somebody besides a lonely horseman. Got my gun at my side. I'm just trying to be a lonely horseman.
I've actually been thinking,
Yeah.
for the first time in my life, we could use a new theme song.
You think Lonely Horseman? Well, on the edited version, it
you don't think
changes.
we could use a new theme song?
On the edited version, it is different every week.
You know what's crazy is we've used that theme song on our live. We change it on YouTube all the time, but here on the live stream, people still hear it every week.
Lonely
And
Horseman,
what's funny is it's been a solid 12 years of that, and I ran into the guy who performs that song He's a former Aquabat, and I saw him at a show just a couple years ago and told him about that song, and he was like, "What? Where did you find that?" He didn't even know. Over a decade of using that song, and it didn't even occur to him. But
I think this is
maybe we could, who knows?
Irony
Let's use another deep cut Aquabat's B-side.
I've been like workshopping a potential theme song off the top of my head, inspired by like Ozzy Osbourne. I could perform it, audition it for you guys.
Yeah, you want to do it now?
If you don't mind.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, go ahead.
I'll be Paula.
Okay, it starts with like a cool, heavy, like guitar riff.
Okay.
Yeah. Mega64 is around you, and they'll have some fun. They're gonna do a funny podcast, and you might be on the run. Mega64, the Mega64, Mega64,
Yeah.
That was
okay.
Pretty.
All right,
like
we'll use that as a theme song.
Anybody out there with any musical talent, go ahead and remix that. Make it like a studio version. That's not on us. That's on you. You make it, and then we'll use it.
Because I was thinking before you did that theme song, like the irony is that on the edited version, we should just leave Lonely Horseman this time because we talked about it.
Let's do it. We'll do that.
Well, you send it off.
Now you can.
Now there you go.
Yeah,
and
so
then next week,
that's ironic.
You can use my original take on the new Mega64.
Who should they email? Skrillex is out there. He's going to remix it. Who do they email?
Podcast at Mega64.com.
Podcast at Mega64.com. Send us your mixes.
Hey, will you guys shut the fuck up?
Sorry.
Please, sorry.
I had more thoughts on Paul McCartney to share.
No, I didn't mean to. Sorry, that was rude.
Okay.
I shouldn't have come out there like that. I've just been nervous.
Why?
Because I feel like I'm gonna just like kill the mood of this whole podcast, and I feel really bad about it.
I know what's coming.
You know what, Rocco? You have been really busy, and I was gonna think that you should take it easy.
I'm sorry. I feel bad, but Joker update.
No, shut the fuck up.
I mean, it was like Batman Day today.
Look at him. I haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah.
But
wait, real quick.
Yeah.
So funny.
Okay, I didn't mean to cut you off, but Frank made a really good point. This past yesterday, in fact, was Batman Day.
Batman Day.
Which is, according to Batman lore, yesterday was Bruce Wayne's birthday. That makes me happy, because it means me and Bruce Wayne are both Libras.
Hell yeah.
Which makes perfect sense. Batman's a Libra.
Not to be the Debbie Downer, but it should be Bruce Wayne Day. Batman Day, I feel like that's the day his parents were killed, and he decided that's when that changed everything. His path has changed.
All right, well,
that's the day his parents died.
You're negative. I'm positive. I say celebrate the birthday. You say celebrate the day both parents were murdered.
But that was the birth of Batman.
Okay, shut up, everyone.
Sorry,
Rocco.
So I don't know who's editing this podcast when it goes to YouTube.
Bruce Wayne.
But you're gonna have a lot of work to do.
It'll be Alfred.
Okay, it's gonna be a lot of work because I don't even know how to describe this, but Jared Leto is not. You're gonna have to replace every instance of Jared Leto and replace it. Do After Effects, whatever you have to do to replace it with Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix is playing the Joker in a new Joker film. You're finally going to get I know everyone's been asking for it, the backstory of the Joker. You're finally going to get it.
Okay.
Joaquin Phoenix is playing the role. This was announced back in July, and but we never talked about this on here. But Joaquin Phoenix is taking the role. It's going to be directed by Todd Phillips, who did The Hangover, so he's equipped for the Joker origin film. But in case you're wondering why Joaquin Phoenix wanted to play the role,
I would love to know why.
He said he took a lot of time and consideration to pursue it, and he's going to do this role because, and this is a quote, "It scares the fucking shit out of me."
Oh, he's already playing the role. He's already doing it. He fucking took that torch.
By the way, it's so scary. It's too juicy of a role.
It's haunted.
The fact that they're going to give him millions of dollars to play a clown
Yeah.
The money had nothing
That
to do with it.
scares the fucking shit
It's all
out of me.
about the fucking fear the character feels.
I just love that every next person who plays the Joker feels a need to further play up this fucking rot, like heinous
they pretend
misery.
it's real. They pretend it's real.
Yeah,
like,
and I just love it. I'm glad.
You know, it's a cartoon.
You know, social media wasn't what it was when Heath Ledger was a Joker.
I disagree. It's better.
Yeah, better than
it
ever.
was better than
Sure, but my point is that like it wasn't like now everyone's on Twitter all day. That wasn't really the case back then, and people were pissed on like message boards and stuff like that. But it wasn't like so in your face, so many articles every second. Do you think that he would have been like this had it like if he'd been the Joker now?
I think he would have just worked
played
hard
the fucking
and done
part,
it.
right?
But we'll never know. I'm glad Heath's dead personally because now we have a good movie coming. And anyway, the reason I'm bringing it up is that was all kind of news over the past couple months. Today, you could put this up on Tuesday, but the first image of. Are you ready to see Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker?
Yeah, the Joker, his Joker face.
So this is the first image. Now it's origin of
very
of the Joker.
Scary.
So that's kind of the first image.
Can we get a close up on that, Kev?
That guy, you know what's so creepy?
Whoa! Look at that.
Kind of crazy.
That's the face of the killer. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just could be the guy next door. Could be anybody.
It's kind of nuts to see a version of the Joker without the tattoos.
It looks just like his Inherent Vice character, but older.
It looks like Joaquin Phoenix.
It's the Joker.
The Joker looks like Joaquin Phoenix now, guys. It's real weird.
So it's kind of crazy.
I saw, there was speculation in the, what would you call it, the nerdosphere online. That's a good name for it. Where people were speculating how this Joker fits in with the Jared Leto Joker. And I saw a tantalizing theory that Jared Leto was actually portraying what we can refer to as a poser Joker. And Joaquin Phoenix, the real Joker, has come to reclaim his mantle.
I don't think
from
the
poser
quotation
Joker
marked that Jared Leto was the poser
Joker.
Because that was fucking lame.
I heard a rumor too that after Joaquin Phoenix is gonna like fall into like a vat of chemicals, that they were considering maybe when he comes out, it's Jared Leto.
What the fuck?
I'm not joking. I read that. It sounds like something I made up. I really did read that rumor.
How old is fucking Joaquin Phoenix and Jared Leto? Aren't they like?
They're both way over 40.
I think they might. I think you might be surprised.
Yeah, really? Because Joaquin Phoenix has aged pretty hard.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well,
like you're one to talk.
What?
You know what I say to that comment, Shawn?
What?
Phoenix is 43.
43. Joaquin Phoenix, 43.
So he's younger than
Jared Leto is 46. Yeah,
What
fucking Jared
the
Leto's old
fuck?
as hell. Pass the torch to the young
like
blood.
that.
I told you.
Wow.
So,
Hey, people in the
it
chat.
could happen.
Hey, shouts out to the chat. You guys actually pay attention.
Oh yeah.
They are informing me that Batman is a Virgo, not a Libra. Breaks my heart a little bit because my bitchiest ex-girlfriend was a Virgo. So I'm gonna have to meditate thoroughly on what I think of Batman from this point on. So
shit.
Thanks for ruining one of my favorite fictional characters for me for all time. Chat, appreciate it.
I just can't believe that Joaquin Phoenix is younger than Jared Leto. That's fucking crazy, you guys.
Who is the celebrity that you were most surprised to learn their age? Because I'll say for me personally, I mean, that is kind of a surprising thing, but sometimes that happens. So it's not the most surprising, I guess. But for me, it was MIA.
Yeah. From Paper Planes.
I thought she was like 22.
Yeah, when that song came out, Paper Planes, she was like in her early 40s.
Yeah, she was like 43.
And that was like a decade ago.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know how old she is now. But
I guess Sia, because you hear the music and it's like, oh, pop star. And you find out she's older.
I thought Sia wrote for like a lot of like Britney Spears type stuff back in the day. I thought I heard that.
Oh,
she wrote a lot of pop songs.
John Stamos, the handsome devil John Stamos, is like in his mid-50s. He looks like a guy my age.
I saw him in person at D23. He was hot.
He looks better than half the people on this podcast.
I'll admit all of them. Let's say all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
Not
the
Frank.
good.
Not Frank.
This is the good looking.
Not Frank. Frank is so
I'm
young.
on
yeah,
the
I mean, we got Frank and Brian here. I'm not gonna say John Stamos is better than all of us.
Hey,
Mercy.
I think what?
a lot of people in the chat are saying, and this is another one too, was Pharrell. Pharrell, when I found out he was in his 40s too, that was at a time when I thought he was 25.
We're talking about human beings.
You know who
eternal vampires
surprises me still is Harrison Ford. Like, okay, yeah, he's older, but he's really old.
Yep.
He's very old. He's gonna die soon.
Damn.
Bummer.
Yeah. Whoa, Shawn.
Yeah.
You're seriously negative tonight.
Did he cut you off in traffic or something?
He's gonna die soon.
I'm bringing that up.
Harrison Ford, I love the actor. He's gonna die soon.
I know.
Do you know something we don't?
I know I've probably brought this up before, but still, my favorite insult lobbed in a car situation. There was a parking lot. We were filming something by the water, and we were leaving the parking lot, and some woman, like, what happened? Like, was about to hit you or something.
I have no idea.
I don't remember what it was, but just
you're gonna die.
And I was like, and she was getting closer, and it was like, Shawn, honk your horn. Shawn, honk your horn. Shawn, honk. And Shawn didn't honk. And then she went off, and Shawn looked so pissed. And I was like, why didn't you honk your horn? And Shawn went, you know what? She's gonna die someday.
Yeah.
And I just was like,
I don't remember.
He's got a point. I mean, no denying it.
Fucking got her.
That was just a road rage on a level I'd never seen. You know what? She's gonna die someday.
That's something you'll always have above her.
That's right.
That's
Not
a good
me,
point.
Baby.
Yeah.
We have hanging from a video forever ago. We did that thing, Harrison Ford dead newspaper clipping.
Yeah.
We have it hanging in our office.
Oh yeah.
And I see that, and I just think like, it's getting up there. That is going to happen.
We'll have to reprint those once.
And then there will be a day I will be at this office and I'll go, it happened. Today was the day. And I'll be sad. I'll be bummed out. Yeah.
Flip side. This is how I see the poster. Mm-hmm. Harrison Ford dead. I go, not today. Yeah. Another one.
Yeah.
Another beautiful day. Me and Harrison sharing the world.
Sorry, Reaper.
I also think.
Suck it, Grim.
I think about how we left that newspaper in that stand, and it looks real.
and in the vicinity of when we were like packing up, people kept walking by the newspaper machine, going, "Oh no, oh it's fake."
They would like check their phone, like, "What? No, what?"
Yeah, it goes to show you, people would be bummed when Harrison.
We should do another skit called "Fake Newspapers."
Yeah,
where we just print up ridiculous shit and stick it in the newspaper box.
Okay.
Kids don't even know what a newspaper is.
Just film people's reactions. Yeah, clearly kids won't react.
But these gullible adults.
Yeah, but elderly dumb fucks probably
still buy these
fall
things.
over with a heart attack.
They buy these fossils every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy sketch.
we put something in there, that'll freak out the old people, like, I don't know, we'll have a brainstorming session.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
Think of some good shit.
We'll put...
Don't put it on the spot, guys.
We'll put... Lawrence Welk is dead. Is he dead?
Aw.
Is he alive or dead? I actually don't know.
I think he's dead.
All right, well, we missed the boat on that one, but we'll get him next time.
That would have been
good. We'll get right to work on the next one.
We'll put fucking, like, Murder, She Wrote canceled.
Yeah.
They'll freak out,
Yeah, they'll freak. They'll go, no.
What year is it? 1992?
My grandma still thinks that's on.
Exactly.
So.
They're so.
Angela Lansbury's still kicking it though, dude.
Is she?
Oh, dude, she sang.
she's still hot.
They did something for Beauty and the Beast like not that long ago, and she came. Nobody expected it, and suddenly, boom, kicks the fucking doors open. And, tale as old as time. And it's like, how old is she?
92.
92.
She nailed it.
Hey,
I'm
how
really
old
not
is
joking.
Dick Van Dyke? He's like...
He's in his 90s.
Hey, if you get to your 90s, God bless you. That's amazing.
When it was...
Also 92.
92.
When he did the 60th...
They should battle it out.
Yeah.
I put them in the Thunderdome together. Only one 92-year-old allowed. On Earth.
When they did the Disneyland 60th anniversary, I think. I mean, Dick Van Dyke came out and did the routine from Mary Poppins. Like he fucking sang and danced that number. And they asked him, they were like, "How are you 92 and able to do all this?" And I've heard this time and time again. Anytime there's someone this old doing this much, they say the same thing.
Sex.
Banging.
No, grow up.
Sorry. No, he said, I never stop moving. I have dance lessons every day. I don't sit around. And that's it. It's like, you
gotta keep going.
Yeah, you just gotta keep moving.
There's a filmmaker I love who's in his 90s. He takes a walk every single afternoon in Central Park, New York. Just constantly have to keep working.
I hear Dick Van Dyke can still trip over the ottoman like a motherfucker. So if you got one, you see him walking down the street, just throw that shit right in front of him. He'll do the bit.
My grandpa...
Still spry as a young chicken.
My grandpa's 85. He goes golfing every day, and he refuses to use a golf cart. He'll like take his bag with him and he'll walk around. That's his thing. So yeah, I'm with you. Dick Van Dyke and my grandpa, the same person.
There you have it. They are the same. They're on the same family.
Guys, we've been talking about old people.
Sorry.
Let's do something what old people are afraid of. Video games. Nintendo Direct happened. That's what all the gamers in the chat want to hear about.
It did happen.
Nintendo
Rob and I watched it, and Kevin, we watched it live. I hoped so bad that that's that dog, Isabel. Is that Isabel from Animal Crossing? Oh. When they showed that, I'm like, please be in Smash Brothers and don't be a game. That would make some people so fucking pissed. And then she was in Smash Brothers, and then the internet was pissed for about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
They did a mislead where everyone thought they were going to announce a new Animal Crossing on Switch. Everyone has been asking for that, and they showed all the Animal Crossing stuff, and then it was that she's in Smash Brothers. No. So for about 2 minutes, everyone was so mad, and then they went, "Oh, and also Animal Crossing on
Switch."
Yeah,
Switch.
Nintendo would never do that. You know, just in our personal experience with Nintendo, they were so careful not to upset their fan base.
Yeah.
Even in working with us on our video, they would be like, what kind of music are you going to use?
Oh, wow.
Ooh, you can't use that track because that will cause people to think this, and then they'll think this, and that might upset them. And they were like 3 levels ahead of us.
It was weird because when we make a video, we kind of have that in the back of our head a little bit. But they're talking to millions and millions of people, and they're like, people are going to dissect everything. So you actually use a Star Fox sound effect. And we don't have a Star Fox thing, so you cannot release that sound effect because people think that.
Well, they'll be like, you use the Metroid gunshot. People might think there's a new Metroid coming out, and we're not working on that, so you're not allowed to use that.
Yeah.
Well, if I remember, to get specific, now we're going off on a tangent here, but if I remember specifically, it was right before they were going to announce a new Star Fox on Wii U. It was, what was that one? Star Fox Zero? It was they were about to announce it, and I put Star Fox music in our video, and they were like, we're about to announce something with Star Fox, and we don't kind of even want to bring it up. But they said, I swapped it out with Zelda music, and there was no Zelda. Breath of the Wild did not exist at that time, and they were like, yeah, Zelda's okay, because that's not, like, let them, it kind of like, it isn't important right now.
Right.
Zelda is kind of still in this vague space.
Yeah.
But Star Fox did have a thing about to materialize, so they didn't want to kind of even bring it up. And seeing them think that far ahead was so crazy. So seeing them toy with it a little bit, and this was funny.
They're hyper aware of their fans' anticipation and reactions to all their announcements, even on a very minute level.
So they must have had a lot of meetings about that Animal Crossing gag.
Yes.
Like, seriously.
I'm sure they did.
Like, you think it's okay to play with them like this?
But
it's 30 seconds.
Yeah, not for 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And it was funny for 30 seconds.
I thought that was a legitimately funny thing. Yeah. I thought that was like, hey, if people have asked, every Nintendo Direct, everyone goes, no Animal Crossing on Switch? Are you kidding me? The fact they were willing to play with that, Nintendo rules. I love them. But I will say, I'm very happy that this week Garrett is not attending, because we can talk shit on Animal Crossing like for like the rest of the podcast.
It's funny, I played the one New Leaf. I played that one.
Oh, great! I thought this was gonna be I was gonna get to hate on it.
You still can.
Did you beat it?
No, can you beat that game?
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I did not. I played it, and I did enjoy what I played. But I don't think you would think Garrett would be so fucking into Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
he doesn't come off as that kind of guy, but he loves it. He fucking loves it.
The dog sucks. The turnips. Do you get turnips?
Yeah, but
is that what it really is? That in there?
Yeah, but I get it, and this is the kind of game that I can get sucked into, where you have to collect little fossils and you have to like have different fruits, and then that's the kind of shit that like draws me in. So I get it, and I think this is gonna be perfect on the Switch, where you can take it with you. It's like it's the best of both worlds.
So that's what I was gonna say. I talk shit, but the Switch is the perfect system for that game. So I'm willing to like download it. You know what I mean? Like,
give it a shot.
Like have it be something that's always on there, and I'll try it. So I think it's cool. I think that's cool. But I was personally a lot more excited about the other stuff that they said regarding Luigi's Mansion 3. We're getting on Switch, and it's funny because I guarantee you there are a lot of people out there that are like, "There's a 2."
Yeah,
it was a
3DS one.
3DS game.
Nah.
A lot of people didn't play it,
Doesn't count.
but it was a great game. 2 was a great game.
I don't feel
1
like
was a great game too.
If you go from console to portable, you can't. That doesn't work.
Hey,
it doesn't count.
hey, you got American sensibilities.
Didn't they do that with Metroid 2?
Japan is 10 steps ahead of you. Metroid 2 was a Game Boy game.
That doesn't count.
And then 3 was Super Metroid on
yeah.
Super Nintendo. What's that?
Yeah, Mario Kart 7.
Yeah. And then Mario Kart 8 was a console game. Hey,
I don't like it.
Metal Gear Solid 5 has shit you need to know from Peace Walker,
Yeah.
which was a PSP game.
Oh,
So hey, sorry,
Bullshit.
hey, you gotta be up to snuff.
that's
But Luigi's Mansion, great game, and the fact there's a new one on Switch is just great. It's great. I was totally stoked. But what was really exciting to me, and I know it's not a new game per se, but all the Final Fantasy games that never came to Nintendo systems are coming to Switch. And for some reason, the completionist in me, the Final Fantasy like old fanboy in me, got so excited. Because to me, Final Fantasy was in my childhood was a Nintendo thing, because I played all 1 through 6 were all on Nintendo systems. So when it went to PlayStation, it was like, what? And a lot of people jumped in on, like, Final Fantasy VII was their first one, and that started on PlayStation. So to them, Final Fantasy's always been a Sony thing, but to me, it was a Nintendo thing. And the fact that 7 onward is all coming to Nintendo.
What about 8?
Except 8 got left in the dust.
Why?
Because all of them are based on PC ports that they got. They're all like remasters made from original PC ports that they had. And supposedly 8's was like broken. Like it had like MIDI music and didn't work properly, and like there's a mess there.
You can still get it on Steam.
So basically, too much work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I bet you they'll do it. It just doesn't sound like it's ready to go soon.
But the biggest one is they're porting 12
Yeah.
to Switch, which is cool because I was
Awesome.
saying, I've said this before, like I love World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14, I love MMORPGs. 12 is like a single player MMORPG. It has that same kind of like flow, like you're leveling up your massive party characters, you can switch in and out. Like it's such a great self-contained game. And so to
Is
have
that the one with
for-
Captain Bash?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Shawn, you gotta play it now.
Oh, it's true.
You have to. And when they ported that to PS, they finally earlier this year did that awesome HD remaster on PS4. I was like, this is so cool, but I just don't have time to sit at home and play it. And now that it's on the Switch, oh my god, like I'm gonna play
And it has
the hell out of
the fast forward feature.
Yeah, it's so awesome.
really
That's
cool.
great for grinding and all that stuff.
One thing I'm really excited for, like Final Fight is one of my favorite games of all time. Capcom announced like a beat 'em up collection.
Yeah.
It has Final
Oh,
Fight,
yeah.
Captain Commando, a bunch of like other like niche beat 'em ups. But what's cool is they didn't just do like, oh, Final Fight remake, Captain Commando remake. It's a bunch of games in one package.
Yeah.
So that's coming to Switch as well as like PS4, I think like Xbox One and PC.
Yeah.
But Final Fight is like one of my favorite games of all time. So it's like,
Hell yes.
I guess I'll have it just so it's always on the Switch. Like that's
Yeah,
really cool.
I think that's great.
Yeah, because that game's great. It needs to be accessible.
Now, so they talked about all that stuff. There was some other fun stuff too. I mean, I'm in the new Yoshi game. I'm in. Like, you got the Yoshi platformers they put out, and they're all made out of physical shit. Yeah, you got me. You got me. The big thing was they discussed their online plan that starts the 18th. Now, we already...
Wait,
Is that-
that's what was that today?
Oh,
That's-
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
When this podcast
Holy
goes up,
shit.
Yes.
dude.
Oh my
So
god.
we knew about this for a while.
We had new
that
internet.
they're gonna flip over to a paid online thing. $20 for a year, which is not bad.
That's not bad.
And you're going to get games, free games every month. That old NES games that they've added online features to, like online multiplayer, things like that. I gotta say, now that they're showing it, I mean, I'm gonna like honestly, it has a cloud save feature too. I would pay the $20 a year just to have the cloud saving. So I'm gonna do this, but
Wait, hold on. Cloud saving. So what would that enable you to do?
it would they save it remotely. So if anything ever happened to your Switch or
Oh, so if you get
or
a new Switch or later system,
it's all
Yeah,
backed
yeah,
up
it's
to
all
a
there.
Nintendo.
Or if you have multiple
You
ways.
download
Rob and I were
yourself.
talking about that. Like, if Breath of the Wild got deleted for some reason, I've spent so much time on this. Like, I'm
Yeah,
fucked.
I was just talking about it the other day. Kevin and I went to Knott's the other day.
Yeah.
And when I went through, I brought my backpack through security. I didn't realize I had my Switch on me, and it fell out on my bag. And it was like, and in my head, I just thought, it would suck if my Switch broke, but I could buy another Switch. But I have a 200-hour save of Zelda that isn't backed up anywhere. like I would fucking.
You'd be done with the game.
I'd be done with my
How
life.
often do
I'd be
you
done with my life.
want to revisit a game from 5 years ago? Like, I had so much fun playing that. You go back in, it's like level 1. You're like, fuck no.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not doing it.
But that is the one game that in my life currently that I will continually revisit and do more shit. No, I wouldn't after that. But anyway, so cloud saving is included. I think it's a good deal for $20 for a year. My only thing is I want to play old Nintendo games on my Switch. I want NES, Super NES, N64. I want all that. And it's just NES games, and they showed, yeah, check it out. You're going to get 3 new NES games every month. And it's like Solomon's Key. It's like,
fuck yeah!
if this is what's replacing the Virtual
Holy
Console,
shit,
like
Solomon's Key.
that
The Virtual Console was cool.
that put a pit in my stomach.
Why
I didn't even know I wanted Solomon's Key till you announced
$20
it.
a month, a year.
Yeah, $20 a year is fine.
But I think the issue is that they're milking the NES games for so much. I mean, 30 years now.
Yeah.
And then they're kind of novelty. Like I don't want to spend hours playing them.
No,
they're fun, but they're novelty. Now I will say, to be fair, they are adding online play to shit, and that's going to be fun. There's going to be online play for River City Ransom. That's going to be fun.
That'd be great.
That's going to be rad. That hockey game, that NES hockey game,
One of the best games of all time.
it's going to have online play.
Yeah.
That's going to be fucking
Do
awesome.
put dodgeball on there if you can.
I
think they
are. I think they showed
Okay.
it. So that is all going to be rad. Don't get me wrong. But they want to do this a little different. They almost want it to be like, it seems like a Netflix of games. And I'm for that idea. That sounds cool. But I'm just throwing this out there, and I've seen other people say the same thing. I would even pay more if they could just throw all the systems on there, not just 3 NES games a month.
Right.
I would pay more if I could have, hey, all the systems, a few different new games every month. That's just me. I was a little like bummed by that.
You know, maybe that's in the future. Maybe that's
Premium.
If this
Right
is,
now, this is
you
silver.
can't just blow your whole load all at once.
We'll
'Cause that's
see.
expensive. You know, they got to test it out. They
We'll
gotta
see.
Work into that. So
It
But I'm
is-
curious what everyone at home thinks.
It's
Let
weird
us
that
know.
they didn't have this ready when the Switch came out, because
Yeah.
now it's like, oh, Splatoon, yeah, you can keep playing that, but it's not going to be the same if you don't give us that $20.
It was weird that they were like, okay, well after this week, got to pay to play that online. But to be fair, they said that
Yeah, they gave it
at the beginning.
They
were
did.
like, hey,
No, they did, but it's still fucking weird.
It is-
Where it's
it
like
is
a
odd.
game that I bought is not going to be working so well anymore until I
Yeah.
buy this next thing. It's
It
a
is a
little
little
shitty
weird.
for Nintendo to do.
it is a little weird.
That should be grandfathered in, but that one still works. I don't know how you do that. That's
I
not my
think
problem.
it's going to take like an armed revolution to put an end to this nonsense.
Yeah. Well, I do feel like $20 a year is like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine.
with all the extra shit.
No,
you know.
that's okay.
I think
If it was a month, I'd be
Talking
pissed.
revolution.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll join you.
Revolution
Fuck it. Not
starts
fine.
here. You know, this is the beginning. This is night 1.
This is the gamers' revolution.
The gamers' revolution. All this non-physical copy bullshit streaming.
DRM.
Now you own it. Now you don't. Bullshit. Now you got to pay $20 more a year. Bullshit. And then we can only take so much.
Hey,
before we push back.
Yeah, the gamers will rise. I hope you know.
Yeah.
Kevin says that to me all the time.
He
Yeah.
does.
Kevin
Yeah.
says
He
he
whispers
fucking
it, and
scary.
he
Why does he
whispers it
say
to
that?
himself.
If
He
Getting
invites
fucking
us to
crazy.
Call of Duty lobbies.
I don't know. I'm glad he doesn't have a
constantly.
mic right now.
Yeah.
I go into the bathroom. I hear him in the next stall, just sitting there muttering. Gamers are gonna rise up.
And I keep going, hey, Kevin, what's that noise? What's all those noise I'm hearing
Yeah.
outside? You know, because I'm outside the bathroom
Yeah.
like that.
My ass farting.
And he said, my ass farting.
Jesus.
But that's not what it was.
No.
Anyway, speaking of digital, now you own it, now you don't, which should have been the title of now You See Me 3. Now you own it, now you don't.
own it,
It's
now you don't.
someone uses magic to take everyone's digital
He's
copy.
deleting shit. Is this about iTunes?
Yes.
I heard about this.
Like 3 movies disappeared from iTunes or got removed, and people who owned them not only lost access to get them again, but like it was deleted from their hard drive.
Whoa.
I mean, they were like,
What movies were they?
These
what?
aren't rentals. These are like I
Like,
down-
they were bought
$15
movies.
I
like
bought
I
a
paid
digital
for 'em, yeah.
copy,
And
now
so,
it's gone.
yeah, they reached out to iTunes, and iTunes was like, yeah, like, we could not distribute those films. there was a major issue. But don't worry, here's
Free rental.
some free rentals. And
What?
there was a real testament this week to buying physically, because man, all these people who are still like hoarding physical media were like, see. I don't know what they were.
If you can't distribute,
Maybe they were-
I heard it was iTunes in Canada that it hasn't affected Americans.
Oh, okay.
yet.
Yeah, testing it out in Canada, where
Yeah.
they're much more polite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
pushovers.
a video.
Notorious.
I'm cooking up something right now, but that's so fucking shitty. Don't distribute it then. You don't sell it. Take it off the store. But why are you taking it off my fucking hard drive? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
to me, it's already been sold. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Why
so
did they delete it?
You guys raise a really good point. Apple's defense is we're basically like a storefront. If the distribution company, the movie company says we can't sell these movies, we can't sell the movies.
Yeah.
That was their defense.
Sure.
You guys make the point of like, yeah, but it was already on my hard drive.
Yeah, I bought the
Yeah.
movie.
I'm not buying it tomorrow. I bought it when you could sell
Yeah, you already got it.
So what did I buy?
Well, this was the whole thing that came up with. Didn't this happen with Kindle? Like,
Oh, maybe it
Kindle.
did.
There was a copy of 1984 that was sold.
It was.
That
It
was
was
sold without
1984.
permission, and so they went, "Oh, they didn't have the rights to sell that," so they took it off everyone's Kindle, and it's like,
The irony there is beautiful.
I paid
That's
for that.
beautiful.
Yeah,
What's
wasn't
funny
wasn't that
too,
amazing?
funny here translates into really fucked up, is that Apple also said, you know, our ability, I believe the quote was, our ability to issue a refund diminishes over time. So
What? What
we're
does
not-
that mean?
We can't give you your money back.
It's like a riddle. It's like a prophecy.
Hi, it's me, Payless. Rocco, those shoes, unfortunately, we can't sell those shoes anymore, so I need those fucking shoes back.
Yeah, take them off your
Sorry.
feet. Can I have my money
Take them
back?
off your feet. No. But here's a rental
Yeah, I know.
pair of sneakers you can wear.
Here's some bowling shoes.
You can wear them for a day. Here's some bowling shoes.
That's basically like we spent the money, but we need the movie back. So sorry. Here's a free
God.
rental.
Oh my god, a free rental.
So yeah,
there you go.
Think about buying physical, maybe. If it's something you really care about, think about buying physical.
That's the thing. Because I am on the. This is so fucking shitty to say, but I'm so fucking lazy. I've been watching News Radio lately, which I fucking love that show.
You say fuck a lot.
I know.
Gotta stay cool.
That
like,
is lazy.
You're the guy with the
kids.
most kids
Hell yeah.
and the dirtiest mouth.
Yeah.
How am I so clean yet so kidless?
I don't know. So,
You're not edgy enough.
good question.
To have sex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool enough.
That's
Ladies-
girls like it when you say
Jenny's like, oh, he's a bad boy.
I'm sorry,
Fuck a lot.
I don't want to be mean, but
No,
it's
you're right.
just
I gotta
the
work on
answer
that.
to the question.
I gotta work on that. A lot of anger here.
I was
Don't
talking
know
about
why.
Rocco not being edgy enough to have sex.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. So, my point. I lost my point. God damn it,
You
Derek.
say fuck a lot.
No, that wasn't my point.
Now I'm sad.
You're watching news radio.
watching
Oh,
news radio,
thank you.
physical
Hold
media.
on, you were fucking watching.
fucking
I was
watching
fucking
news
watching
fucking radio.
fucking
radio.
Phil Hartman's fucking dead.
Phil Hartman
radio.
and the fucking dick. So I'm watching the show, and it's on Crackle. Who fucking cares? There it is.
There you go.
About Crackle. There's commercials during the thing.
commercials.
Fuck yeah, get outta here.
I own
Fuck.
Fucking
every
own
season of this
every
fucking show.
fucking season.
And I won't go get the DVD to put it in because I don't
Fucking
want to. So I
DVDs.
watch these commercials that are misery.
Fucking misery.
Yeah.
Get up and get the disc.
There's 57 fucks in this fucked up podcast.
On Crackle, you only have a choice of one season, so all I watch is season 3 of News Radio.
Whoa.
Fucking season.
That's the
One.
best
Get up and
fucking
get the
one.
DVD.
That is a good fucking season.
Hey, real talk. I've been rewatching Lost. We went to me, Kevin, and Brian went to a Lost. They did another like Lost Symphony concert thing last night, and I knew it was coming for months. So I was like, you know what? In the spirit, I'm gonna rewatch the show. And I have been
Hating it.
No, I didn't realize it was bad. No, I've been watching the Blu-ray box set.
Nice.
It's on Hulu, and I have Hulu. And I went, no, you know what? I'm cracking open the box set, and I just want to reiterate, in case you didn't know. And this is another thing another point for physical media. The Blu-rays look so
Hell yeah.
much
Lossless.
better than
Streaming.
streaming.
Yeah.
Streaming looks good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it looks like shit.
Yeah.
But the Blu-rays, are so much less compressed.
Right.
And I'm playing them on a big TV, just like, oh my god, the show looks so good. So if there's a show you really love, get up and put the disc in. Now, news radio, here's the thing. It's not in HD.
No, who cares? Right?
It really, a stream versus a DVD is not going to be that different. But you know, if it's a show I like, I'm getting the disc.
I think it's a matter of, because some people don't care. Some people don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'll pop stuff on. I just want stuff in the background.
Depends on how much you care.
Laptop.
Yeah, exactly.
But every once in a while, you're in a mood to treat yourself.
Yeah.
And you put on the 7.1 surround sound,
Right.
you put on the lossless, and you just sit there, nice comfy chair, and you just get immersed.
That's
in the
exactly what I've been
experience.
doing with Lost, and it's been awesome.
Yeah, that is true. I should just put, but no, I should just put the disc in. Honestly, I will in the future.
Game of Thrones is like starting to get like season 1 is getting a 4K box set.
Really?
Like that's one of the first shows. Westworld got one, and now Game of Thrones is getting a legit 4K. So that's
runner-up.
That's gonna look insane. Yeah, always in second place.
Second best
Are there
show.
commercials? Can we get commercials on that?
Yeah, 4K commercials.
You know, here another thing about the commercials, really quick.
HBO commercials.
They tell you how many commercials are coming up. So okay, 4 commercials. Okay, fine. But it's the same commercial 4 times. Why?
What?
Why do they do this to
Yeah.
you? You just
On
keep
what?
watching on Crackle or Hulu even.
Yeah,
They'll do
I
that
don't-
where it's like, oh, commercial, oh, same commercial.
Hey,
Here's another
I
one.
have noticed that too, and I feel like that is detrimental to the product because I start to resent that one commercial.
Absolutely.
Because it's like Chinese water torture. It's like, I fucking get it. Fucking Pringles. Fuck off!
And I think what that is, you know, they sell ads differently than TV, and I think what they are online is those are ad spots they didn't fill from other things, you know.
Who's buying
so
ad
it's
spots on
just
Crackle?
You know, because they have algorithms that run all that shit, and so maybe they couldn't get another 3 that would apply to you, so they just run the same one.
It's
4
all
times.
political ads right now. Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
I did not use Hulu until they offered the ad-free option. I will not. If I'm paying for something, I refuse ads. If it has ads,
Yeah.
I
How
cannot
much more is
watch
it for the ad-free version?
I mean, I'm paying 12, so I don't know what that
bucks
is.
a
I
month.
think I'm paying like $8.
So yeah,
$4.
$4 a month.
$4 a
$4
month.
more. I can spare it to
But-
not go crazy.
No.
That's a whole Starbucks drink.
I don't drink at Starbucks. I make my own coffee.
Oh,
There you go. So you got
can
it.
afford it. You got the money to wipe your ass with.
Yeah, but I'm wiping my ass with that money.
Let me just, by the way, another classic fight I was witness to once in the air. We were flying somewhere once. This is, you know, every now and then there's a classic Derek and Shawn fight. Every now and
You
then
tell the story, I'll do sound effects.
You get a
We were
classic.
in the air.
And I'll try to
And
remember.
this might be one of my favorite. The more pointless, the better. You know?
We're in the airplane.
please.
But we're on the airplane.
Okay.
This is
And
your captain speaking. We'll be landing
it was
soon.
like across the. I think it was to Florida. So long flight from
5
California.
hours.
to
We're gonna be
Florida.
landing in Florida in about 20 minutes. Put your seat trays and tables.
It was
back up.
it was the beginning. It was a 6-hour flight.
Oh, shit.
And they had Wi-Fi. And it was
Don't forget
like
to check out our Wi-Fi.
it was $8 for Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
$8 for the 6-hour fucking flight.
They announce it. Immediately, I hear Shawn's voice pierce the cabin with "fuck that," and then I hear.
I think
not
I'm sitting. In,
sound like
it.
I believe
Yes.
I'm sitting in the row in front of it.
And then
No,
I
it's not.
hear a voice that sounds like the dulcet tones of Derek Acosta. I hear, breaks down to $1.25 an hour. Think I can spare it?
Yep.
Fuck that.
And no. Shawn's response, even if it cost 1 cent, I wouldn't fucking pay it. It should be free.
That's true.
And I was watching movies on my iPad the whole flight, and Shawn was sitting there staring out the window.
And then Shawn was going, I tried to drink NyQuil before the flight, but I'm still awake and I'm going crazy.
That was in Boston.
That was a different flight.
different flight.
That was a different flight.
Different one.
You have the worst flight experiences. You don't buy Wi-Fi, and then you take all these weird drugs that make you fucking hallucinate.
He really did.
I
hey,
had strep throat.
it was a different flight, but Shawn really did do that. That was not. That was
I
not
took
good.
way over the recommended dosage of NyQuil.
You're never able to sleep on a flight.
on a flight.
So Shawn was like, no, this one I'm fucking sleeping. I'm taking NyQuil.
Guess what? The guy who could never sleep didn't fall asleep.
Yeah,
But
and
I was just hallucinating.
yeah, Shawn was like, and the NyQuil didn't work, and I'm going crazy.
It's like the flight attendant would come up and ask if you want a drink, and he's not asleep, but he's not responding.
But he's not awake.
Because he's just fucking hallucinating.
I've had multiple times on a flight where I'm the the sole person awake on the plane. And the
Yeah.
flight attendants come talk to me because they have nothing else to do. Wow. On my way back from my honeymoon, the lady was like, all we have is Mr. Popper's penguins. I tried to look for another video for you, but I can put that back on for you if you want.
It's 4 in the morning.
It's 4 in the morning.
You're watching Mr. Popper's
you
penguins.
You want to replay Mr. Popper's
30,000
penguins?
feet in the air.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. We're going to take a moment here to thank our sponsor. It's not the Wi-Fi company. It's not the airline company. It's Mega64. That's right. If you like us, if you like what we do, and you like good threads, and you like tight media that is physical, but none of this digital stuff.
Actually, we might go digital in the future, so don't trash it.
Don't trash it too hard.
Shit.
Right. Well, I'm just saying today.
Okay, today.
All right.
Tomorrow's different.
Like Harrison Ford.
But
Today he's alive. Tomorrow we don't know.
Exactly.
All right.
We're like Harrison Ford. Today we have a physical Blu-ray box set. Tomorrow maybe it'll be digital,
Maybe
but
we'll be
today
dead.
it's physical.
Yeah.
I may be dead. That's people misspell my name on Twitter and it's fine. Retweet it. But anyway, shop.mega64.com is the place to go to get Mega64 goods. And I got a surprise for everyone watching right now. There's something I want to bring up and discuss and talk about. Just real briefly. We came to a crossroads recently. This was a very difficult time because a lot of people, we had an exclusive item last year that we sold exclusively at conventions. And then on Black Friday, we had it too. It was our pink NEURO Elite sweatshirt that Mariel did the artwork for.
Right.
It was meant to be retired last year. And we never stopped getting emails about it. Like, I saw Barbara from Rooster Teeth wear this. Where can I get it? I saw this actor from the CW wear it. Where do I get that? No joke. These are real emails we got.
Right.
And it was like, okay, so we put them on sale for Mega64 Day. Like, hey, we're going to print them one more time. Done. It hasn't stopped. People want this pink sweatshirt all the time. So we had a difficult decision. And I hope, everyone's okay with this, but we're putting it up again. It's on sale right now. You could it's up for pre-order. We're going to put it up for pre-order again. The NEURO Elite sweatshirt.
We didn't want to sell it.
It just keeps happening.
We didn't want to put it in the store.
I think, this is my theory. If you wanted the exclusive, you had it for over a year. No one else could fucking get it. No one else could get it.
Yeah.
That's what exclusive means.
And now the world can get it. You had your early access pass.
Seriously, it blows my mind. The demand for it keeps happening. So we put that up for pre-order, and then
we've decided to cancel the exclusivity.
And then some other
rental.
Some people already have it.
Exclusive to Mega64 fans.
Yeah,
still.
there you go. Maybe some people want something new. Well, in fitting with the season and kind of the time coming up, Derek kind of produced a new shirt that hasn't been available ever before today.
Also a form of exclusivity.
And
think about it.
The Dia de los Mega64 shirt is available for pre-order right now.
That's
and that's never been available before, so you get something new.
Yeah, look at that. If your favorite movie is Coco, if you like to honor the dead relatives, pick up actually forget all that stuff. Cancel that tradition. You have a new tradition, wearing this shirt every day.
Yeah.
Dia de los Mega64. I actually got the idea buying a burrito here in San Diego. I was at, I'll give them a shout out, Sombreros, and they had a shirt that said Dia de los Burritos, and I thought,
oh, that's cute.
There's something to that right there.
There you go. But yeah, I dig that shirt. And again, if you missed the sweatshirt, that's up too.
Yeah.
We'll do the pre-orders. We'll probably have them up for a week, probably like a week from now.
Yes, and Dia de los Muertos is coming up soon. 'Tis the season, as Rocco said.
Yeah.
So we're right on time. Pick one up. Wear it all throughout October, November. Be styling. Everybody's going to wonder where you got that hot shirt. And you could tell them, shop.mega64.com.
Okay, so now everyone, we talked a second ago during that whole plug. We got a lot of support. Everyone loved us. Everyone always loves us. It's great. Now I'm going to say something that's going to make the people hate.
Oh,
What?
my God.
Yeah.
Everyone,
You start with love, you end with
I
hate.
said this the other day, and people said, I have nothing but hate for you. So I'm going to say it again, and I welcome it. I never thought I would say it, but fuck, I enjoyed the new Predator.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Fuck.
Hell yeah.
Now
Man, that was getting ripped to shreds online. I did not know. It was one of those movies. We talked about this before. There's certain movies that you see, and then you experience a certain thing, and then when you leave the theater, it's like, whoa, no one else really.
Yeah, I looked online after. So the Predator has 37% on Rotten Tomatoes. Predators has 67% or something like that.
Yeah, what the fuck? That was miserable.
I said this even before going into it. Well, one, we saw it with MoviePass, so it was free. So already like, sure, like no expectations.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it with like fuck it mode. Yeah.
But Shane Black directed it. He did The Nice Guys. He wrote, Lethal Weapon. Like he's a fucking cool dude. He like all his shit's really good.
Yeah.
But right before I went to the theater, I saw Fred Dekker co-wrote the screenplay. Yeah. Fred Dekker directed Night of the Creeps, and he did Monster Squad with Shane Black. Oh, so it's like, oh, they worked on it, and sure enough, The Predator feels exactly like
that movie,
a cheesy, campy 80s movie.
That movie
in a good way.
Reeked of goofy-ass 80s sequel. And now here's the thing. I kept reading, it's a mess. It's some parts are a little incoherent. Some parts are fucking weird. I don't even disagree with any of that. But I had a fucking great time.
Yeah.
It was, by default, it worked to me better than any other Predator sequel because it wasn't trying to be the fucking first movie. It wasn't trying to be that. And I thought the humor in it was funny, funny.
Trademark Shane Black.
And it's weird because that was another thing I read too, was that why is this movie so funny? Like, why is it not serious? You got to watch the first Predator again, man. Like, that is, I mean, the climactic moment of the movie is paired with "Yo, one ugly motherfucker." I mean,
yeah, that's badass.
But this movie was what I appreciated about it the most was that it brought back vulnerable fuck up characters. They were not Space Marines or like, we got to get the fucking Marine. You know, I always talk about that, like Jurassic World and shit. We got to get the fucking Marines in here to get this shit done.
Yeah.
There's none of that stuff. Everyone in the movie fucked up. Like, they're all
Who are the guys
misfits.
in the movie? I know there's a new Predators movie. I know nothing about it. Who are the guys?
So, like, there's the main character who witnesses something, and then he's kind of thrown in with these, like, reject group of, like, army dudes, PTSDs, mental fuck-up cases, whatever. So in that gang, you have Thomas Jane, who is, like, probably the funniest in that movie. Thomas Jane plays the dude with Tourette's. Keegan-Michael Key plays kind of the smart aleck, jokey guy. And then you have, like, two other actors. I forget who they are, but, like...
the one dude is from Moonlight, wasn't he?
Oh, shit!
Yeah.
So they're
and he shot himself in the head.
They're like,
like they're all guys who have been discharged.
Yeah.
They're like ex-army guys.
Yeah.
They're in the jungle.
No,
the first like half of the movie takes place like in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Which again makes it feel like Monster Squad. But again, you get these like loser army dudes. The way they engage, it's like they're fucking teenagers, like making dick jokes and it's just like. It's so scrappy and like it gets very lighthearted to watch.
But it had a great side to it where it's like no one kind of wants them.
Yeah.
But they end up having to rise to the occasion.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was so much more, even as fucked up or like goofy and whatever as some of the movie was, I still, to me it was outweighed by like, there was something endearing about that versus it being fucking Marines come in with a big fucking gun and take them fucking out. You know what I mean? Like, even though there was a lot of goofy shit in this movie, I still appreciated that.
Yeah,
you know, I had a great time.
It was fun.
I would say the only thing that I actually walked away thinking that was really fucking unfortunate is that there are a couple Predators in this movie, and one is practical, real good monster effects, and one is a CG mess.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that sucks.
Yeah, like the last third is entertaining, but it's like purely CGI,
yeah, there's a lot of CG
and
shit.
my brain just turns off. Like, okay, whatever.
It reeked of. There was definitely some studio meddling. So
yeah.
I'm not by any means saying this movie was like.
It's. I think like ultimately. Shane Black had to make a franchise film, and with that, there's ceilings. Like it has to be global, so everyone can enjoy it. You're not going to get super like nuanced stuff. So the last third it turns into let's just do the first part. They're in the fucking jungle, but the first 2/3 is like pretty fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, and again, movie pass worked. So whoa, what happened there?
That's amazing.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was the miracle to me
Right?
of the whole thing. Maybe that's why I'm skewed here.
Yeah,
because
again, I
just,
paid for free. Yeah.
I was just elated that the thing I paid for worked.
I saw on Thursday. I saw Mandy. Derek, I think it's a movie you might dig. Mandy is like a heavy metal fantasy horror film. It's basically a vengeance thriller, like Death Wish or anything like that. It's Nicolas Cage, but it's directed by the guy who did Beyond the Black Rainbow, and it's very much psychedelic. The whole thing is drenched in like neon, and it's about Nicolas Cage getting revenge for his wife's death against like an LSD cult. It takes place in like the 80s. It has like a Stephen King vibe to it. Like it's supernatural. It feels like a series of boss fights. It's Nick Cage going up these giant like supernatural like freaks. Very much like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like it's a gleeful midnight movie like Evil Dead or something. Like
that's cool.
It's on VOD.
Now,
it's pretty cool.
I really didn't enjoy
Really?
Black Rainbow.
Oh, that one. Okay, I thought you said yeah.
How does this? Is it similar in tone?
So
or?
I hadn't seen Beyond the Black Rainbow, but all I heard was like, yo, visuals are really cool. As I was watching Mandy, I was like, man, this movie's really cool. This kind of reminds me of like, oh yeah, there's a movie Beyond the Black Rainbow. And then after I found out it was the same filmmaker. So I heard with Beyond the Black Rainbow, it has cool visuals, but nothing like coherent, no plot or anything. Yeah, but with Mandy, basically, it has, the first half is kind of tender and it's this world building and it's kind of slow. And then the second half is just a fucking nonstop ride. And then other critics I saw said like, okay, I'm glad that this guy found an outlet to like actually use his like unique skills. So if Beyond the Black Rainbow was practice, and yeah, Mandy was cool. It's on VOD. It's a fun movie. Like I think good for like the Halloween season too. It's like gory. There's practical effects in this. Because again, it's an homage to older horror films. It's a fun, fucking cool movie. That's like a kind of movie to see with a group of friends. So yeah, both Mandy was really good. Predator was good. But, hey, two fun movies.
I had not seen a trailer before for that new Halloween.
Oh yeah.
But I kind of like dug what I saw. Like that trailer. I was like, oh, I kind of like how this is shot. I'm not really like super in tune with the Halloween franchise. I think I saw the first one a million years ago. 3 I love, I'll say that. But
it kind of seemed, I forget, it's been a while since I saw the trailer, but it kind of was like they were forgetting, like ignore every other Halloween but the first one. It's kind of like the impression that I got from that.
I think so, but it's made by like the people who did like Vice Principals.
Yeah, so it's like David Gordon Green, Danny McBride, and Jody Hill. So the same like creative team behind Eastbound and Down and Vice Principals. So that's why I'm looking forward to it. I don't have high expectations, but Dan McBride is a huge Stephen King fan, and like John Carpenter like gave his blessings. Jamie Lee Curtis gave her blessing. I mean, she's in it, it might be cool. Again,
everybody who stood to make money gave their blessings.
Hell yeah. So. Yeah, Warner Brothers, fucking go for it. But yeah, I mean, I loved Vice Principals. They've been on a hot streak, so we'll see how this goes. Although the same team also did Your Highness, which I heard was bad. But I didn't see that either. God. So
yeah, the fact that a bunch of comedy geniuses are making a horror movie could go either way.
Yeah, true. But
it's like when Shawn bought a sandwich in Seattle and asked for a BLT. And the guy at the sandwich place stared at him for 2 minutes after asking for it in silence, and then went, "Sorry, man, I just smoked a bowl. You're gonna have to repeat that order." And then so Shawn asked again, and then when he walked away, Shawn said, "That's either gonna be the worst sandwich I've ever had or the best." You know what I mean? And we're kind of in that spot with Halloween.
I've had dreams about it because it was literally the best sandwich I've ever had.
There you have it. So the Halloween could be good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well,
Your Highness has one of the best dick jokes. That's what Jared Thorban is saying right now. It has one of the best dick jokes, to be honest. Jared, what was the dick joke? We're going to wait. I want him to type it in the chat.
I would actually love a breakdown of top 10 dick jokes of all time.
What are the best dick jokes in it? Hey,
we'll start with Your Highness, but give me a little history here. What are the runner-ups?
Hey, if we're talking dick jokes, I'm going to say one of them. It got a lot of articles written about it, but it's not from a movie. It's from a TV show.
Okay.
Silicon Valley. A couple seasons ago. Do you remember that?
Masturbation
they made
algorithm?
some joke about, someone makes a joke about jerking each other off.
Oh, that killed me.
And then one of the nerds, like they're all nerds.
Yeah.
They start working it mathematically on the board, jerking each other off. You would have to have everyone in a theater going like this.
Standing
but what if
side by side,
and they elaborate on it like 10 minutes longer than it needed to go on.
Yeah.
And it starts becoming really funny.
But
so
yeah,
that was up
there. But
there.
they did like real math equations.
Oh, it's great.
And like mathematicians were coming out and being like, their math is sound.
Yeah, that's good. I remember Scary Movie 2.
Ooh.
One of the Wayans brothers thinks he hears something next door, and he puts his ear to a hole, and a little dick comes out and tickles him, but stabs. He actually gets murdered with a dick to the brain. So that's also kind of intellectual. It uses brain power in a way. So Those are my top 2.
Oh, Kevin, you just saw Clerks for the first time.
Whoa.
So Kevin got to see my girlfriend sucked 37 dicks in a row. And then when she walks to the parking lot, he goes, "Try not to suck any dick on the way to your car." And then a dude gets up to follow her and he goes, "Get back here." So there you go.
I like in Beavis and Butthead when one of them hears the word Microsoft and they start laughing. Yeah. So that's a real quiet big joke, but I like that one.
I just thought of number 1. Sorry, Jared. Whatever yours is. Number 1, the Activision keynote with Jamie Kennedy. Oh, no. Hey, so you work for Neversoft? Yeah. So that mean you guys are walking around with hard-ons all day? Yep. No, it's not.
That is a good dick joke.
This side got that joke. This side got that joke.
It's getting around.
Can I do the rest of the interview as Ozzy Osbourne? Huh, aren't you doing that already? Yeah. Hey, your crowd's not supposed to be on my side.
Fuck, dude.
Okay, we get it. The dude was on drugs.
Was he though?
Get over it.
Was he? I've been listening to a couple more podcasts since I can't talk about movies, but
our podcast.
Yeah, and it's fucking great. If you want a second tier podcast, though, I would check out Dr. Death. Is really good.
Jesus Christ. Scary.
Every time, hey, let me just say this. Let me
too horrifying.
I gotta chime in. I'm sorry. Every podcast
I just got kind of a heart.
Every podcast Shawn recommends is progressively darker and more murder porn than the last one.
Now
like each one, it's like, hey, Rocco, I know you might not like it. I'm listening to.
It starts small.
Fuck Everything I Kill radio. And it's great.
It's like last week I started listening to this show called The Stalkers. It's pretty interesting. And then the week after that, it's like, yeah, I'm listening to I Fuck Everything I Kill.
Okay. Okay.
A little bit darker than
I listen to the Choke and Fuck Weekly. And it's good.
If you want real talk, I have taken it back from the case file true crime stuff a little bit because it was getting to the point where I was in a dark place. It brought me down.
Yeah.
It was too much, and it was like
this
all
whole podcast you've been talking about death and how
and the word fuck
and how everybody needs to die and fucking
this is more like a news story podcast about a guy who does kill people, but he's a surgeon, and they're trying to figure out, like, did he do this on purpose, or is he just so fucking incompetent?
Is it like a real story?
Yeah, it's a real story, and it's like you get interviews from people who he operated on. Some people are quadriplegic now. Some people are like super fucked up. One guy talks like this because he fucking cut to his vocal cord. So it's all crazy. It is interesting.
You should listen to like Napoleon Hill. It's kind of the same thing, but
or Napoleon Dynamite.
I'll check that out.
Eat the ham.
Yeah.
And then I also listened to a podcast called The Thread. And that is really interesting too. So
that's a history podcast, right?
It is, and it kind of takes something to modern day, and then it goes back and like you kind of see how things started. And it's really interesting how they do it.
That's
kind of like butterfly effect.
Okay, that's cool.
Like this event, you may not have thought about it, but it actually inspired this event.
But they don't all inspire murders.
Yeah, which led to this thing happening, which brought around the Rubik's Cube.
This one starts with like the Me Too movement and how it goes back to all of old Hollywood.
Okay, so who's really to blame?
I guess it was this.
Who's the main?
Nothing.
It's a trend.
Thompson.
Basically, what it says at the end was like, yeah, this has been going on forever and it's terrible.
But who's the main guy?
Clark Gable.
Whoa!
Fuck that guy. That guy is a creep.
So
Clark Gable sucks. I didn't know anything about him really.
Actually goes all the way back to Clark Gable.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
It kind of there's a whole episode about Hugh Hefner and about Playboy. About then before that it's Marilyn Monroe. It's really interesting. It's really interesting. And
but Clark fucking Gable.
That guy sucks.
We gotta get that guy. Is he still alive?
You know what?
Like, what, is he retired or what's the latest with him?
They asked him for a statement, and he said, "You know what? Frankly, media, I don't give a damn."
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Clark Gable died in the 60s.
Oh,
good.
Okay. So
almost got him.
Hippie got him. Huh?
Well, in 2018, I don't like him.
Reboot him.
Can we reboot Clark Gable?
So again,
let's do a Clark
Dr.
Gable
Death
hologram
and The Thread,
and then like
two good podcasts.
Kill it.
Hunt
we'll
it.
let Shawn kill it because he knows how to kill stuff apparently.
Yeah, he's studied.
I
Let's go, Harrison Ford.
I stopped listening to Case File because it was too depressing.
Shawn, real question.
Yeah.
Could you get away with murder?
No.
Why not?
I'm not smart enough.
What?
And I would never kill someone.
No, I know you would never kill
obviously.
somebody, but if you did kill somebody, could you get away with it?
No. You wouldn't know enough to do that?
Why? You
could be like Ted Bundy and escape from prison.
You know, I feel like if I was in the 70s,
what would
like
your plan
before,
be? Yeah.
I feel like, kill someone, no fucking problem.
What would your plan? Okay, the year is 1975. Shawn Chatfield has just murdered somebody. Here's what happens next.
I don't know. I don't know. You honestly, at that point, you leave a body somewhere, and they don't know what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
Because there's no forensic testing. It's like, well, there's a dead person. He was clearly stabbed. That's all we got.
Dumbasses.
That's all they got now. But now, you lose an eyelash, you're screwed.
Really?
You're fucked.
Yeah.
So.
Remember in The Sopranos when they went over to Italy, they had the woman that was the boss over there. When she had somebody clipping her fingernails, and they were collecting all the she was personally disposing of all that because you can't even leave one thing.
Yeah.
Might leave a fingernail on the scene of a crime.
Yeah. So.
I feel like there was more stuff.
Last nugget, you guys. Did we talk about? You guys put out the Johnny Nutmeg behind the scenes?
We did. We had
outtakes, right?
Yeah, it was
outtakes. There you
go. Basically, just little improvised moments that weren't included in our Disgaea video that we did. Again, the original video was. We had the structure, but it was largely improv on the scene, and so these are just improvised moments. If you haven't checked it out. Check it out on our channel. The outtakes just went up, and you get a little more Johnny Nutmeg, a little more Ted Cruz. Not a lot more Prinny, but just wait. You may see more Prinny.
Hold your horses. Yeah.
Nice. Well, let's end the official show, but I'm down to do an after show if you guys are.
Yeah,
sure.
Real fast, want to plug. I did my Twitch stream every Friday, Last Game Standing. We did an hour of Donkey Kong Country, and that was really fucking fun.
I love that game.
I hadn't played Donkey Kong Country 1 since I was like a kid. Apparently, it's a popular game. We had so many people in the chat giving me advice. I learned something new about Diddy Kong. You can roll off a ledge and then jump midair.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I never knew that.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Next level.
Yeah.
You've leveled up.
So tune in next week for more Donkey Kong Country.
And then I wasn't there, but Brian, you were there for the PPS.
Oh, yeah, I was there. We actually finished the Metal Gear summer stream this week on the PPS.
Nice.
You finished it?
Yep, we beat Metal Gear. It took some time. I tried to coach Garrett as best as I could, but as somebody in the chat said, Brian is doing an excellent job of coaching Garrett, and Garrett is doing the exact opposite of everything Brian's saying.
Mm-hmm.
So,
this sounds like Garrett.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, I'm glad you beat it. Because if you had to do it again next summer, that would have sucked. So, thank God.
Solid 2 next summer.
Thank God.
Do the best.
All right. That'll wrap it up for today, I believe. Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next week with more hilarious fucking laughs. Shawn, you want to give us a real sign-off?
I promise, on the next podcast, I will not say fuck one time.
Or bring up death.
Or bring up death.
Or wear sunglasses and a hat.
I will have. Okay, all those things will happen on the next podcast. I promise.
Damn. Tune in.
Good night.